Oh, we had a Facebook promotion that was being run by Molson Canadian. And we picked up on some sensitivities that we were unaware of.
The idea was people could post pictures of themselves.
Post your party picture in this dorm thing on Facebook.
Actually, the most photos were to signify as the best party school in Canada.
The theme was, which university in Canada can have the best party in residence?
Well, you can imagine the pictures that came back.
So the photos that they thought that they should upload were of them with beer in the actual photo.
That got equated with partying or excessive drinking, and that was the kind of content that that got put up on the website.
Nobody wants to be known as the best party school in the country.
The intent was being misinterpreted, and it popped up in the press. A Globe and Mail article popped up expressing some concerns quoted by some of the deans of students.
Universities across Canada were very concerned about that Facebook campaign because it promoted binge drinking.
It worked in direct conflict with the message.
And their attack was that we were promoting excessive consumption. Well, you know, how contraire to our belief and our platform for responsible choices.
All hell broke loose.
And it just sort of snowballed to the point where people at higher ranks were not happy with the contest itself.
They were offside. I think they know they were offside. I know in my conversations with them, but there was no contrition. There was no apology.
You know, the marketers who did it, they were upset. They weren't defensive. They didn't want to defend what they did. They were upset that they had caused this sort of, you know, this discontinuity and this problem, you know, with the universities. We actually had to kind of calm them down a bit because you know, that was the thing that they were most upset about.
And you know what the other thing about that campaign was? It didn't do very well. Like, the reason they gave it that push at the end that caused the problem is that it was having mediocre results. And it was right under the radar. Nobody knew. I didn't know, administrators didn't know, and students were participating quietly. They didn't care. And then they just wanted a little push, as I understand it, and it exploded. And so they got the press all right.
I can't believe you didn't see it coming.
Well, you know, we believe we're doing the right thing, but we could be stupid.
So we closed the contest early.
We thought we were doing the right thing. We were severely criticized for it. We stepped up, took the promotion off, engaged in conversations with the student deans, and had discussions around what we could do to prevent that going forward.
We tackled the issue. And as a result of that, we actually were able to have the Brewers Association of Canada meet with the student deans and start to engage in a dialogue about brewers being more sensitive to some of the issues on campuses and how we, through our marketing efforts, might address some of those concerns by those student deans, and really developed a rapport with some people that we would never have been in dialogue with. That would never have happened if this situation hadn't arisen.
We went to them to have them make amends, sort of thing, on this. And they agreed, which was great. Right after all this happened, Molson invited me to meet with the cold shop people and tell them, in my opinion, where the miss was. And so I did, and I also got to tell them a little bit more about student culture, student administrators, priorities, because it seemed to me that they were living in this marketing myth that everybody wants to be hip, happening, cool party school, and it's just like, I don't even know where that came from. And I have to tell you, you guys, I said this to the brewers when I spoke to them yesterday, it's the first time that I've had a brewery actually take my consulting points and build it. So I was really impressed.
Well, this was an example where we tried something, we took a risk, and it didn't work out.
We're going to continue to market online, and that was the key communication back to our people. We've learned. Let's take that learning and move forward, and communicating back to the press and to the student deans. We're going to continue to promote on campus, and now we have some sensitivities that we've learned, and you know, we can improve those promotions on both fronts.